Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is another guest video from Demolition Hound in the recently buffed Gog Vertex Kyanos. It is the general version of the Vertex Trio. It has the Kyanos' beam rifle with bayonet. It also has most of the regular Vertex's gear. It's just had its missile pod upgraded a little bit. But yeah, it's a pretty good machine. It does have the quick turn skill that I think all three of the vertices have. But yeah, they upped it to quick turn level 2, which means that I think level 1 you take increased damage when you do the quick turn. I think level 2 is either neutral or slightly lower increased damage. I do not remember which, because I'm not good at quick turn. Never have been. Never been really good at using it. If I'm in the middle of boosting directly away from something, which is about when I feel like quick turn is most useful, I'm more likely to get behind cover and get ready to take a swing. Which, you know, if I just turn around, I'm equally ready to take a swing, so I need to remember that. But yeah, I don't know, just never quite got a feel for it. Maybe one day I will. Okay, good combo on that Vertex Xanthos. That's the support version. The standard Vertex is the raid version of this trio, but there is technically a fourth version. The standard Vertex was upgraded further, I believe, for Johnny Raiden, and given a slightly different color scheme to become the Vertex Testarossa. So, yeah. I would not mind seeing that. You know, I'll take all the Gelgoog variants. I'll take all the, all the weird, obscure UC stuff the game wants to hand me. That's just how I've always felt about this. Like, and GBO2 has been really good at that. I hope we get the G-Quux Gelgoog at some point just for, comedy value. But, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, those missiles got upgraded, and it sure shows. They do a lot of damage now. And Overon's Grimoire just activated, so that is the slowest twirling downswing I think I've ever seen. That said, it was still enough time to get out of the Xanthos' way on the first attack. But now that it's the Xanthos and Overon together, yeah, that's a thing. But, let's see. Yeah, yeah, so that is the first life down. There's 5 minutes remaining. So far, so good. And let's see what the scores look like. Really good for Demo's team, but mainly they look like a series of numbers, so let's see. And yeah, I am, again, still just kind of brain dead here, but yeah, could be worse. Feeling better gradually, just hoping to be just back up to 100% soon, so I'm only my normal level of incoherent. And yeah, that's about all I got at the moment. And yeah, the again, that beam bayonet, or I think it's a heat bayonet, has a really long range. It is really good, and okay, yeah, it is beam, but at any rate, because it has that really wide downswing, it is great for when you are, facing down a bunch of enemies, but not so great when you are facing down a bunch of enemies with your team next to you. Because, yeah, it really is, is a wide sweep, so just, yeah, be careful of that. I wouldn't be surprised if you were in the back of the pack and did that at the very beginning of a round. That might be enough hits to get you disconnected straight out. Not something I want to test, but I'm betting it would. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did finally notice, and I had forgotten, since it's been so long since I played this or the Kyanos, that the rifle part of the bayonet does have some ASL, which is always nice. They did reduce the cooldown between shots for the rifle, and also up the damage and lowered the heat a little bit. That's not the bad news. Yeah, and just like the standard Vertex, I believe, or the standard Gelgoog, in fact, the Vertex Kyanos has a rifle-mounted grenade that readies faster and fires slower, and an arm-mounted grenade that readies slower but has higher round velocity. So basically, it all depends on prep time and how much you need to catch somebody by surprise, I think. But let's see. Number one was nice and understanding of the of that downswing, because like I said, that downswing is kind of a monster. I keep forgetting they've added those range markers to the radar. That's I don't know, just it still looks weird to me. But if you look, there are circles on the radar that I believe give the approximate. I forget whether they're 50-foot or 50-meter or 100-meter markers. But yeah, they can help you figure out the range of what it is you're looking at, so that you know if your weapons will hit or not. If you pay that much attention. I just wait for the marker to go blue, or occasionally when I think the marker should go blue, and sometimes I'm wrong about that. But let's see, 2 minutes left. Round has gotten a little closer, but Demo's team still has a decent edge. And yeah. Let's see, apparently "and yeah" is the verbal tick of the night, so, if you won that bet, congratulations. And yeah, minute and a half left. Lead is shrinking a little bit, but yeah, the improved missiles really seem to be decent from what I'm seeing. They do a good amount of damage, and they fly pretty fast, so. I don't know if they're steerable or not. I don't think so. Not every missile needs to be, obviously, but see, that person is down. That's the Xanthos again, I believe, that's taking some hits. And Splash did not quite reach it around the corner. I feel like it's a 50-50 as to whether or not it should have, but let's see, did somebody else? No, nobody else has taken it out yet, so yeah. There it is. Okay, yeah. That always feels like the way when you and somebody else have been taking shots at something, like just as you finally line up yours, they line up theirs and shoot just that little bit faster. Like, and it's always on 2-kill days, just like always. Just that is the law. This is a bad spot to be in, though. It's a good. Oh, quick turn. There it is. Yeah, like I said, I'm not good at using that. It did do the job it was supposed to do. And, but yeah, because with that many people, I don't think Demo's getting away. Somebody else got taken down, so the enemy team... Okay, somebody else, the allies, just took down another suit, so... Yeah, Demo's team has a very narrow... Yep, now it's the enemy team. Like, one day I'll finish a sentence about this, but somebody else will get the lead if I try, so... We'll just see how it plays out in the last 5 seconds. It's a good close round, either way. And... Yep, no last second save, it looks like, so that is going to be it for Demo's team. And this may desync a little bit because I accidentally paused the video. So, let's see, 4160 for Demo. Somebody else out damaged him. It's the G4, I believe. I think that's the booster type. The icons get jumbled. 107,000 damage, 6 and 4. Very nice. As always, thank you for sending this my way, Demo. I really appreciate it. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Okay, so the buffs. Yeah, gave it another 1,000 hit points at level 1. It went from 21k to 22. Quick turn is up to level 2 from level 1. Got another level of Forced Injector, went from 2 to 3. That'll be a little bit more efficiency when changing directions while boosting. Special Leg Buffer went from level 2 to level 3, so more damage reduction. At level 2, it went from level 3 to level 4. Flight Control Program level 2 went to level 3, so I believe that gives it a little bit more efficient boost when it's boosting or jumping in midair. Offense System level 1 is adjusted to level 2. I think that's the one that stops you from getting interrupted by ranged attacks during your melee, which has always been a problem for me with that big flashy downswing. That just really does happen a lot. They gave the Beam Bayonet more power for its downswing. The backpack missile pod is now replaced with the GVC backpack missile pod. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So that basically the change is that you can steer the missiles with the reticle now, which is nice. They also upped the power on the level 2 from 500 to 600. So yeah, it's not a bad thing. The Vertex Kyanos Vulcan pod, which I believe is in the chest, went from 80 damage to 90, with upper levels, of course, as usual, getting a buff as well. Build stun went up. Let's see, yeah, the beam gun now does 1200 damage per shot at level 1. The heat rate per shot went down to 25% from 30%. Since it cools down as you go, that functionally means you can probably shoot about 5 times in a row before it overheats now. Cooldown between shots went from 0.8 of a second to half a second, and again, higher build stun. So, yeah, that's not bad. The level 1 was not doing too badly. The average win rate at 600 is 49.9% for generals. It was at 47. 47.3 for the rival win rate, where the rival win rate for generals is 50.9 on average. Was doing 76,000, 76,000, excuse me, is the average across generals. It was doing 70k, so not too far off, but yeah, mobile suit losses were pretty substantial. Average is 3.1, and it was losing 3.5 at level 1. Level 2, the numbers get a little bit worse. Against the average for generals at 650 of 48.3%, it was at 43.9. Rival win rate was way down, 37% against the general, 46.9. And damage dealt was like 18,000 below the average. 80,000 is the average. It was doing 62. On top of that, it was still like the exact same amount of losses higher than the average. So yeah, definitely needed a tune-up, and I'm glad it got it.